Key energy saving practices. First, switch to LED bulbs, consume up to 90% less energy compared to incandescent bulbs. Turn off unused devices, lights, appliances, and electronics should be switched off when not in use. Minimize standby power consumption to save energy. Third point, optimize thermostat setting. Lowering heating and cooling by just 1 degree Celsius can reduce energy uses by up to 3%. Use power stripe efficiently, connect multiple electronic devices to a single power strip for easy switching off when not in use. Update to energy efficient appliances. Choose Energy Star certified products to reduce electricity consumption, improve home insulation. Proper insulation helps minimize heat loss in winter and heat gain in summer, improving energy efficiency. 7 point, conduct regular energy audits. Assess your home energy consumption and identify opportunity for improvement. Actually, this is the diagrams presented by me. How can we encourage energy efficiency practices at home? Next. Small changes can make a big difference. By adopting these energy efficient practices, you can reduce electricity consumption, lower utility bills, and contribute to a more sustainable future. Thank you. Now, uh, I just want to say that today I want to talk about something that affects us all: energy efficiency at home. As we go about our daily life, it is easy to overlook the simple way we can reduce our energy consumption and finally, lower our bills. But the truth is that every small action counts. By making a few easy changes, we can make a significant impact on the environment and our wallets. So, where do we start? First, let's talk about lighting. Simply switching to LED bulbs can make a huge difference. They, they use up to 90% less energy than traditional incandescent bulbs. Next, let's look at our own appliances, Make sure you are using energy efficient modules and turn them off when not in use. This includes TVs, computers, and even phone chargers. Another easy way change is adjusting your thermostat. Lowering the temperature by just 1 degree Celsius can save up to 3% of energy. Insulation is also a key. Proper insulation can help reduce heat loss and gain, keeping your home cozy and energy efficient. Finally, let's talk about our habits. Make a habit to turn off lights, electronics, and taps when not in use. Every second counts. In conclusion, energy efficient at home is not just a buzzword, it is a simple and effective way to reduce our environment footprints and save money. So let us make a pact to start making small changes today. Our planet and our wallets will thank us. Thank you.
Thank you, Ajay sir. Thank you for your valuable insights and for taking the time to join us today, despite your busy
Thank you.
schedule. Your
Yeah.
contribution is truly appreciated, sir.
Okay.
Next, I would like to
Thank.
call upon Halima Hussain Sayed, who has worked in sustainability and has been truly commendable. We are eager to hear from Ms. Halima. Over to you, Ms. Halima.
Good evening, ma'am. Thank you. So can everyone see?
Yes.
Okay. So good morning, good evening, everyone, the green ambassadors and my green friends. I'm Halima Hussein Syed, and today I'm going to talk about the personal carbon footprint, measuring and reducing your carbon impact. So first, I'm going to start with what is carbon footprint? So it is the total amount of greenhouse gas emissions emitted directly or indirectly due to some human activities. It helps the earth to hold the heat it receives from the sun. Because of this, Earth's temperature warms up too much. Significance of measuring carbon dioxide, footprint. Measuring carbon footprint is crucial in the fight against climate change. The increase in carbon footprint leads to global warming, which results in harsh weather conditions, rising sea levels, and other environmental changes. But how to measure your carbon footprint? Using online calculators is the best way to measure your carbon footprint. It can also be calculated by using meter readings for gas and electricity and electronic devices.
Uh,
Your energy consumption, heating and cooling. Diet. Access your food choices. Waste. Analyze your waste disposal habits. How to reduce your carbon footprint. Transportation. Opt for public transport or walk whenever it's possible. If it's necessary to drive, then consider EVs, electric vehicles. Energy efficiency. Invest in energy sufficient appliances. Dietary changes. Incorporate more plant based foods into your diet. Waste management. Reduce single use plastics. Recycle and compost. Mindful consumption. Always choose sustainable and eco friendly producting. Now, the conclusion. We need to reduce carbon footprint in order to save our environment. So let's go green, breathe clean, stop polluting the environment, save our planet. Thank you.
wow, wow, beautiful, Halima. It was really lovely, wonderful.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Halima, for letting us know how to
Excellent,
reduce the carbon
excellent.
footprint. A
Super.
great job done. And
Thank
now
you,
we
ma'am.
have another young environmental advocate making.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay, so hi everyone. My name is Shiza Fatima and I'm from Abu Dhabi, UAE. So I will be taking up module one, and that is understanding sustainability. So in this, we will be discussing about the definitions, significance, and the long-term advantage and impact. So coming to the definition, meeting the present needs with compromising the future generations' ability to meet theirs without compromising their capability to meet their needs. So it's always about thinking about the future and the present, and it's about taking a holistic approach, integrating three main aspects, which is environmental health, social equity, and economic viability. So once we balance these three pillars, it is called a triple bottom line. And this is one definition of sustainability. Now, coming to the significance of sustainability. So, growing importance, it's very important to care for the surrounding around us. And the reason is due to rising environmental crisis. Now, we can say there are many crises that we are seeing: climate change, resource depletion, biodiversity loss, water scarcity, forest fires around the California. So these are some reasons, and these are the signs that tell us to like give importance to sustainability. And another significance is, now that we know the problems, we see the problems in our daily lives, we need to find sustainable practices and sustainable solutions that we can benefit from. So we need sustainable practices that are essential for protecting the planet and ensuring a high quality of life. Everyone prefers high quality of life. Who says no for a high quality life? So in order for a high quality life, we have to work for it and helping in maintaining a clean air and water. So when we practice sustainability in our life, we not only help ourselves but also the nature around us. And now that we discussed about the problems, the solutions, and we'll discuss about the future impact. Sustainability is a long term impact. It provides a resilient path forward for both people and nature that both the ways. Now, coming to the principles of sustainable living. So, these are some of the aspects. So, one, I'll say conservation of resources, and it's where you use the resources wisely. So, one example can be turning off lights and fans when not in use to save electricity. So, when you're going out, always make sure that the lights are off around you. And another can be reduction of waste. One thing that we've been discussing a lot about minimize waste, recycle, reuse, repurpose, and reduce. And would use the leftover vegetable peels or fruit peels or food waste to make compost. So you're benefiting nature in a way. Use reusable shopping bags instead of plastic bags. We've also incorporated these in many of our green lifestyle challenges. Now, another core principle I'd say is support local economies. We have to support the community around us. It's very easy to support our community, people around us. Purchase fruits from a local farmer's market. Imagine their smile on their face when they see that their hard work is actually valued by people. And another core principle, ethical consumption. Always make fair choices and prioritize sustainability. Use eco friendly products over single use plastic. And another is holistic thinking. Always consider broad impact. Now, for a broad impact, you need a broad community. So always remember, the more the impact, the more the people, the more the impact. Always believe in teamwork. So once you do something, always try to spread it in, because the more the people, we can make a more impact and more difference in the world. Interconnections between economic and environmental factors. So, sustainability recognizes social, economic, and environmental factors. Sustainability is not just about environment saving nature, it's also about social, economic factors too. So, in this slide, it's talking about environmental degradation, the effects of it, economic instability, social inequality, and increased poverty and resource scarcity. Now, the impact of individual choices on global sustainability. So, always before every decision you make has a ripple effect on the surrounding around you. So, before you do anything, always think whether the positive side of it and the negative choice. Example, positive choices can buying organic produce, supporting sustainable farming, increasing demand for eco-friendly products, reducing plastic waste, and reducing pollution. Now, on the other hand, we can say negative choices. Using single use plastic. Why do you need to use it when you can have a better option? And why to destroy nature? So, you always have to understand the impact. Once you understand the cause and the solution and the reason to it, you'll actually find that sustainability is really easy to follow. Importance of long term thinking. As I said, sustainability is not about a short term impact, it's a long term impact.
Okay, so now let me move to Anita.
Ma'am, can I for 1 second, ma'am? Please give me permission.
No, actually, I have started and I'm asking some questions and I expect the answers from you people because my sessions are always interactive sessions. So Halima couldn't answer my question. So let me ask now Zarina. Zarina, what was yesterday's practical challenge?
Yesterday, I used for local market. I purchased local veggies and I use Green Life. And whole day I work for conserve energy, water. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Wow, Zarina, thank you very much. It was expected from you. Now let me ask Shiza Fatima. Shiza, are you there? What are you practicing today? Shiza
Ma'am,
Fatima?
today
Yes.
I'm practicing a reduction of usage of unnecessary lights and saving electricity.
Beautiful, beautiful. Today we are on the energy conservation. So we are going to switch over to the LED lights where we are going to save energy, and wherever it is not in use, like whatever appliances, whatever gadgets, we have to switch on from the switch itself. Normally what we do that we switch off our computer and then it's already plugged in. So we have to unplug it. That's what we are going to practice today. And Shiza, thank you very much. And Zarina, thank you very much. You people are very, very sincere participants. And I hope that you are going to be the promoter of the green lifestyle. As far as Anita ma'am, I'm very sorry. I'll give you the chance. Just let me finish and then I'll come back to you. As far as module 4 is concerned, it says about the decluttering. Now you close your eyes, all of you, and just imagine a wardrobe or a table or a bed or a kitchen that is full of objects, full of clothes, full of papers, full of stationeries, full of items, and hardly you get any space to sit and work. Now next you imagine a table or a bed or a kitchen or a wardrobe that has only a few items, all kept very neatly and nicely at the place, and you get full area and space to work either on the slabs of the kitchen or on the table, or maybe on the wardrobe. You find everything at its place. It is kept very nicely. So in these both situations, which situation do you like the most? The first one or the second one? Yes, anyone?
Second one.
Perfect, second one. So
Second one.
when we talk about decluttering, it helps us reduce stresses, anxieties, and it also helps us to be more focused mentally on the activities or on our actions. And it also helps to reduce the carbon footprint and support sustainable living. I always advocate for the sustainable living. The reason being is that it's not only going to help the environment, it's also going to help us. You know, more toys you have, more papers you have, more things you have, more clothes you have, more bags you have, more sandals you have, more shoes you have, you will always be confused, this one or that one. What to wear, what to wear, what not to wear. Instead of that, if you have only a couple of things, you will be very clear, stress-free, that yes, always going for the number of objects, we should go always for the qualities. So what are the practical aspects that we have to keep in mind? That we have to start decluttering one area. Maybe you can start with the study table. Then maybe you can next day do in the kitchen. Next day, third day, you can go to the wardrobe. So let's start with the small items, small places. Then afterwards, what we have to do, any item we have to take in our hand and ask that whether it is going to value in our life or no. If there is no value addition, then why to keep? Then let us donate, let us give to someone who can make the best use of this. So we can always donate the things. We can either sell the things or we can recycle the things for the things that is not used. Then we can have always mindful purchasing. That is, we should go for the quality rather than quantity. I know some people, they are so fond of dresses. They want to wear for each and every function, each and every, like 7 papers, they have to write exams, so they should have 7 suits. I'm not joking. This is like very true story I'm telling you, that there are 7 papers in masters or graduation. So every paper, when they go to write, they have to wear the new dress. So instead of going for the quantity, we should go on the quality. Maybe we can take some comfortable, nice cotton clothes or maybe silk clothes, whatever is suiting to our body, to our skin, and then we can take that very safely. when we have more things and cheap things, what we happen, our attitude towards a thing is entirely different. But have you seen the watches? We have maybe one watch, but that one watch is since expensive, how we take care of the watch. Mostly the people, they have only one watch. This is other thing that nowadays the people have like different fancy watches also. But when we take the quality things, then we show a special care for the things. Then we have to focus on the materialistic thing to the experiences. Like if I have 2 lakh rupees, instead of going and buying jewelry, what I would prefer that I should go to Japan and experience the life in Japan and see that how Japanese are so well disciplined and how their streets are so clean, just to learn from them. So instead of buying the materialistic things, we should always go for the experiences, attend the programs, go and visit the new places, meet the new places, and try to have the meaningful experiences. So these are certain things that's going to help us into decluttering the things, and it is really going to help the environment also, and to us also, to give us the mental peace and then sound sleep, and we will feel very satisfied. And before I conclude, let me give the example of Shri Nirmala Deshpande ji. She was the member of parliament, or maybe most of you may not be knowing her, or maybe some of you must be knowing. I visited her house in Parliament Street. She was given the government house. It was a flat, and when I entered in the house, it was so simple. Hardly some furnitures were there. One sofa and one cot was there, and it was very, very simple house. And she used to wear always very simple cotton dresses, although she was the member of parliament. And I was greatly impressed by her simple living. But yet, when she spoke, and she came to my school as a guest speaker, and when she spoke, I was greatly inspired by her thoughts. So this is the power of simple living and great thinking, high thinking. So that's all from my module. This was module 4. Thank you very much, and over to you, Asma. You are muted, Asma. You?
Of reducing waste. We are talking today on the 5th module, which is waste reduction. The practical tips of reducing, reusing, and recycling we'll be discussing here. So, what are the objectives? Waste reduction is basically important for the environmental sustainability. And when we are planning about reduction of waste, the best way is to identify the 3 R's, that is, reduce, reuse, and recycle. Now, we explore the practical strategies for reducing the waste in our daily life, and we try to understand the impact of waste on the ecosystems and communities. Now, because we want to understand the benefits of the waste reductions, and the mindset has to be procured. So basically, my presentation depicts upon the waste reduction and how we can incorporate good habits so that we buy less and we waste less. And also, I would like to talk about that the waste reduction is a critical component of the environment, and the sustainability which is aiming to the minimizing of the waste generated in our daily life. So we'll buy less, we will waste less. This is my first resolution today. And then the second R, which talks about reuse. So most of our day-to-day life, like I'll just float a question to you all, that what all, can you just please tell me, what all are the things which we can reuse in our day-to-day lives? Can you please answer? What are the things we can reuse in our day-to-day life?
Empty
And
containers.
which is a better option? Yes. Yes.
We can make the
bottles. Can we use
Pardon?
bottles? We can use glass bottles. We can also
Yes.
use plastic bags.
Yes.
We can use these cloth bags.
Plastic bags, do you think is a good option, or a cloth bag is a good option?
Actually, yeah, it is not a good option, but still, instead of bringing a new one, you can reuse the second one. I mean, the same one, if it is
Okay,
very
okay.
important.
Okay,
And
okay.
of
Now,
course, jute bags or cloth bag is very, I mean, that is the best option.
That is the best option. So now we are talking about reusing. What all things do you think in our day-to-day life which we are reusing and which are very, very, like, there is a term mentioned here, landfills. What do we mean by landfills? I am asking these questions because we have two student mentors with us. What do you think is the importance of landfilling? Can anybody tell? Reusing items extend their life cycle and prevents them from entering landfills. This can include, that means anything which we are recycling or we are repurposing, we are actually putting it in bins and we are trying to cover the landfills, and we are trying to send it to the recycling process. So if we are reusing it, we are checking on that accumulation of solid waste. Okay. So Shiza, this is a question I'm floating to you. Are you there? Donating clothes and refilling water bottles. Creativity in finding new use of old items can lead to less waste. How do you think we can justify this? Because I present with interaction. I want you all to interact with the slides. Whatever Hina ma'am is saying, is it relevant? Does it make sense? How do you justify this line? Commonly recycled materials include paper, glass, and certain plastics. Recycling conserves resources, reduces energy consumption compared to producing new materials. Is it right?
Yes,
Can you
ma'am.
give an example? How?
Ma'am, for example, donating clothes. So
Okay.
if we donate them, then the factory production is less, and because like factory, the industry makes a lot of pollution, and the more pollution, so I think it's harming the environment. So when we reuse also, it avoids decluttering. I mean, it avoids cluttering also. So
Very good.
that's what I think.
Very good. Good. Ma'am, the next slide, please. What are the objectives? Now, we have already discussed this, the objectives. Ma'am, the next slide. Yes. Now, this is a PPT which really it's close to my heart. I always ask all my participants who are attending a discussion on reduce, reuse, and recycle, where the earth is just spreading its arm and asking us to please help bring back its smile. So, because, where we have gone wrong, I am an entomologist, I'm a biologist, and an environmentalist. I feel it is the population explosion which is creating the problem. It is not the agriculture and all the urbanization. It is the excessive need which has resulted in the problem. So if we use less, we'll waste less. And if we'll waste less, we'll definitely add on to conservation. With this, I thank you all for being such patient listeners. And thank you, Halima ma'am, for the opportunity. Thank you, ma'am. I just managed to be. Thank you.
Can you say one thing? Ma'am?
Yes.
Ma'am, I just wanted to thank you for everything because after coming in this, we have been doing challenges every day like recycling, donating, and today we fixed some like LED lights in my house, and we're learning every day something new. Inspired by this, I also planted 50 more plants in my school, and I'm so grateful to be a part of this organization, the Green Lifestyle. Thank you to you, ma'am. Thank you very much. And half an hour ago, you asked me a question, but my mic was not working. I also messaged in the chat box. So just wanted to thank you.
It's okay,
for this.
Halima. It's okay. It's okay. We understand. Thank you very much, Halima. And that's what is our intention. It is bringing the change in the mindset of the young generation. That's what we want to achieve. Thank you, Halima.
Yeah, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Also, my parents wanted to thank you for
Okay. Convey my
doing such
salam to your parents. And okay, when I come to your place, then they can thank me personally. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Yeah, thank you. Sure.
Yes, Asma, over to you.
Thank you, everyone. As we come to the end of this insightful and inspiring session, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all distinguished speakers, panelists, and participants for making this event a grand success. Your presence and engagement today will
Asma,
confirm our...
Asma, are you really closing?
Yes, ma'am. Zarina ma'am was the last panelist, right?
You don't have agenda, I think, in front of you.
Sorry, ma'am. I'll just check.
Yeah, this
Am I missing out?
this is the drawback of the electronic panels, you know, we don't have the hard copy. And then okay, in the agenda, we have Mr. Partha now. Mr. Partha is the chief editor of our e-newsletter, and he has worked so hard. If you are not going to invite him, then naturally he will be very unhappy. Yes.
We have come for this.
Yeah.
I rushed from my meeting. I wanted to hear Mr. Partha introduce the newsletter. It's such a big day today.
Thank you so much. Can I, of the Visionaries Group and EduFam International Academy, everywhere spread over the world. And I strongly believe in communication and its impact on making any movement stronger and more successful. I always draw an example from the Indian freedom struggle and many of the leaders across the world. Indian freedom struggle has become a great success because of communication. Of all the strengths Mahatma Gandhi ji had, he is a great communicator. Even before he entered the struggle, there was the nationalist movement and there was the struggle. But he gave a complete sea change to the direction and dynamics and dimensions of the struggle. So I believe in communication. My adage to the teachers is communication is discipline. If you have good communication with your students, there is discipline automatically in your class. When the communication does not take place between you and your students, there is disorder and there is disturbance. So with these things in my mind, we have the newsletter, and the first edition came up very well. And whatever hiccups that we had, I think God providence has removed it. Right under my name, there is a spelling error, which I should be blamed for, because it is right under my name. I should have checked it, but Dr. Nara was kind enough to check that. But still, the designer carried the old one, so probably he also thought it's a culturally very distant, very remote example that I quote. In Telugu culture, the culture of Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, Nara probably understands this. There is something called a Distibottu. So that people's bad looks will be waned off. So that one little small spelling error, chief editor, wanes off all the bad things of it, and the newsletter goes successfully. It has wonderful features in it. What I am really happy about the newsletter is there were two things vacillating in my mind. One, to have the fixed features so that every newsletter looks alike, or to make the newsletter dynamic. And at this point of time, Dr. Halima Saadia has made the newsletter a dynamic one. So there will be eagerness on the parts of on the side of the readers to wait what will be the second newsletter, the upcoming newsletter will look like. We have certain features now. Already the features for February have come in. So it's a dynamic newsletter. People can, dynamic in another sense is there are links to be given in this, wherein you will fill the links with your own responses, with your own write-ups, which will be added to the other upcoming newsletters. That way, it's a beautiful design and layout and concept that we have come out with this newsletter. And I'm extremely happy. That makes me really keeps me alert and active and creative all the way. Other things, there are others to do, but this is one job which is very close to my heart. I'm a passionate editor. I'm a trained editor. The interesting thing is right now my work is editing the books. And Nara sir strengthens my hands. He has revised it 2-3 times, made even small errors disappear from the copy. So he did it. Thank you so much, sir. And now you are inaugurating, and this is a deserving inauguration for that. And there are wonderful things today have been spoken and presented. So though there is a little bit of repetition, because ultimately the concept is a burning concept, not widely researched concept, not widely followed concept. So there ought to be repetitions. So that editorial board will take care, if there are repetitions, how to prune it and put the things that are really necessary. But each and every one of you, please contribute your own write-up to Dr. Halima Saadia and to Dr. Nara. We will go through and we will edit. And particularly our key speakers, Kerala Protocol. Kerala as a model. I wish either in February edition or in March edition, the Kerala Green Protocol as a special feature can appear in our newsletter, because I'm a direct witness of. I traveled to Kerala thrice last year, and I witnessed the changes that she spoke about in the restaurants and hotels where I stayed. I trained teachers. I'm sorry. I trained teachers in many schools, and they are conscious of the environment. So with these words, I'm extremely happy for this great opportunity given to me to be the chief editor with a spelling error for the first time, and next time it will not be there. Thank you so much, and I have all the support of Dr. Halima, Dr. Nara, and Commander Vijay Kumar ji, and my own young friends, the student editors, and Miss Hina, who are all helping me out in bringing out this newsletter. Thank you all. May God bless our endeavors. Let this communication motivate hundreds and hundreds of people, and make this, which started with half a dozen people a couple of years ago, become a mass movement across the globe. Because in the Eco-Visionaries group, I saw half a dozen names, and these half a dozen should become 500,000 by the end of 2025. That's my dream. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And before we go for the yes, this reaction, please. Yes, thank you very much, Ronnie. All of
Which
you,
reaction?
please. This is
reaction?
the sign of celebrations. Come on, everyone.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
wonderful,
Okay.
wonderful. You will find it in the reaction. Yes, thank you very much, everyone. Thank you. On virtual celebrations, balloons, hearts. Yes, thank you very much.
Dr. Naraji, we are waiting.
Yeah.
Heart thumping and fingers
Yes,
shivering.
yes. Come on. The youngster can do this. Yes. Come on, everyone.
My computer is not allowing me to do that.
Still you
Yes,
are keeping
yes,
the
yes.
suspense on.
Yeah.
All
Thank
right.
you, ladies and
So,
gentlemen. Now, Mr. Nara,
okay.
you have to click this and then inaugurate this newsletter. So 1, 2, and 3. Yay! A big round of applause, everyone. A big round of
That's
applause.
right.
Yes, Mr.
That's
Nara,
right.
go ahead. Go ahead. And you
All
all,
right.
please.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Halima. Thank you, Dr. Halima, and Dr. Partha. I think this has truly been a very exciting day, I would say, listening to, from the first speaker onwards. I think we have truly captured so much of the essence of the sustainability and all the passion. I can see that it has been coming out over the last few months, and today was really a wonderful session. All the modules which Dr. Halima has been cultivating among all the participants. So for me, I really wanted to say that in terms of what we have been trying to do for the last few months, today is actually a big milestone. And we are very, very proud to launch our international eco newsletter. We call it the Green Button. This is going to be a premier monthly publication. It's going to be dedicated to driving meaningful conversations. We really want to hear each and every one of you, not just throw information out. We want to bring you for visibility and productivity. This is where we can make a very big impact in terms of what we are talking about, the sustainability and all the different SDGs. So we want to drive meaningful conversation. We want to have action in the realm of sustainability. we keep talking so much about the circular economy and environmental stewardship. So what is so beautiful is we are hearing from all these youngsters who are going to be the leaders of tomorrow. This idea for this newsletter itself was born out of the visionary sustainability think tank. And this initiative brings together many eminent editors, going to bring in lots of leading experts, policymakers, business leaders, and sustainability advocates. And we are going all the way to the United Nations itself for recognition of this newsletter. We are committed to shaping a much greener and more resilient future. So thank you for each and every one of you for your insightful articles. We have got lots of beautiful articles inside here, lots of expert opinions, case studies, and industry trends, and what's been going on out there in the world in terms of bringing green to each and every household. So our mission is very clear. We are trying to ignite dialogue on sustainability issues. We want to share transformative ideas. We also want to showcase all the pioneering solutions, all the way from, we have heard so many stories about bridges and lakes and what's happening in the different schools. And we also want to find a way to empower individuals and businesses to take actionable steps for the sustainable future. Otherwise, we are not going to see the change that we wanted. So this newsletter is not just only a publication, just like any other publication you have seen. We feel this is going to be a catalyst for change. We are not just working alone. We are going to work with many, many other organizations around the world. And we need thought-provoking discussions, collaborations, and influence the policies which are out there to inspire responsible business practices. So we invite each and every one of you to be part of this journey. As Dr. Partha said, this is just the beginning. I want to thank the editors, the people who are involved in this, Dr. Partha and Ms. Hina, Shiza, Commodore Vijay, and not to mention Dr. Halima, who has been spearheading and at the forefront of it all. We have got a eco-visionary global group. The core team comprises of Dr. Halima, Dr. Chinnu, Dr. B. Ramanathan, Mr. Narendra Singh, Mr. Nazar Danish, Commodore Vijay again, and Mr. Rakwell and Jake. These are all green ambassadors. We invite more of you to come on. But in the meanwhile, welcome to the Green Guardian. Together we can make a difference. It's my honor to launch this beautiful newsletter. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. And once again, let's show our love, let's show our celebrations, let's show our gratitude to our hardworking, dedicated, committed chief editors, chief advisor, editorial board, Miss Hina, Miss Shiza, and Mr. Nara, Mr. Partha, Mr. Vijay Singh. We are very much eager to see you, Mr. Vijay Singh. Mr. Vijay, Mr. Vijay Kumar. I'm really very sorry, Mr. Vijay Kumar. Yeah. Yes, Mr. Vijay Kumar, we are very eager to see you. Your contributions are well valued. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you. And the edition will be shared in the groups. And I request you all to kindly go through and give your suggestions.